Hi everyone, welcome back. So I thought it'd be fun to just do a chill reading for 24 hours because I'm doing loads of different videos at the same time, and I am currently in the middle of another reading vlog, but there's some books that I'm reading in between because I actually have the time to do that because this year I'm posting like once a week every Sunday, which is, I must say, very difficult for me because I'll have so many video ideas and I have so many videos. It might end up changing soon, I don't know, if I'm being completely honest, to like maybe 2 so I can like fit it, but at the moment currently I'm trying to keep it at once a week on a Sunday at 5 p.m. So that is that. Anyway, I'm rambling. So I just thought it'd be fun to do a short reading for 24 hours because today I'm planning on just having like a read for myself kind of day. So the ones that I'm kind of planning on picking up is A Curse for True Love. I read some of this last night and I got 90 pages into it, and so far it is really enjoyable. I'm actually really enjoying it, and so that is the first book that I'm hoping to finish. And then the other one is Madam by Sarah Kate, and then The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to start them, but once I start reading, and then I will give you all an update, and yeah, just get right into this reading vlog. Okay, so I am on page 140 of The Curse for True Love. So far I am really enjoying it. I was reading the hardcover of the book, but then I had to switch to like reading on my laptop because I was laying down, I'm chilling, and this was just really hurting my wrist. So I obviously haven't updated here, but I am actually flying through it now. I wasn't reading as much and like putting off the reading because obviously it was hurting to pick up the book. I was like, hold on a second, why don't I just try and get it on my laptop, which I did. I was able to. So I'm flying through this now because obviously I am more comfortable. So I am reading that. This is so enjoyable. Would I say I like it more than the first book? No. I think I can agree with people that like it is one of the least better ones, but it is still really enjoyable. I also like the fact that you get all 3 POV, so you get Evangeline's, Apollo's, and then Jack's POVs. Now I can't really say much about this book unfortunately because it obviously is a third book in a series, but all I'm going to say is I am really enjoying it so far, and I mean things are happening and I am getting a little bit irritated, but in like a good way. It's like part of the story, you know. So I am reading, and I am also doing some reading sprints with Vanessa from Read with Dr. B, and that's so fun. I think there's like only one tomorrow. It's like part of the winterween, and I am reading this for the prompt purple cover because yeah, this is purple, but also on the actual cover is a bit of purple, which is like there and stuff. But yeah, so I'm enjoying it so far. These reading sprints have been really helping me. I have been like, I wasn't a big reading sprints person, but for the past like week, I have been on my reading sprints grind. Like Vanessa, I found her channel, and that's it. Like I've been to every one of her lives since because they're just so fun. And then I've obviously found some new people, and it's just such a great community, and I'm absolutely loving my time. But anyway, I'm rambling on now. So I am now going to continue reading this because it is getting really good. Okay, so it is a while later and I have quite a big update for you, so I thought I would quickly do that update. So I did end up finishing A Curse for True Love. I don't think I did any updates for this because I was just in it. Like I was struggling with the motivation to pick up the book, but it wasn't the book itself. It's just I think I just didn't want to read, which is obviously okay, and I'm trying to teach myself that for the new year, that like if I don't want to read, don't force myself to read, you know. But Vanessa's sprints from Read with Dr. B helped me out so much with the motivation. So I read this so quickly. It's very fast paced, very fast read, and I just absolutely love this series. It's just so interesting, and like just the way this all wrapped up, I'm sad the series has ended, but I am excited to go into, I think it's called Caraval, which is, some people say you're supposed to read it before you read the series, but I didn't, and I'm going back. I don't think it really matters. It's just like if you read Caraval first, you get like a bit of you know what's happening, and then you go into this. But if you read this one first, you're just getting the backstory. So I don't think it really matters, but that's the way I'm doing it anyway. I did decide to rate this 4 stars. I don't know, I just absolutely love the series. I have heard people saying that this isn't like their favourite, that they was like quite disappointed with it, but me personally, I really enjoyed it. And I also love the fact that you get all 3 of their POVs. So I also found that really interesting as well. So I really enjoyed this, and I would highly recommend the series if you haven't read it already. And then what I started afterwards was The Short Second Life of Bree. So this is one of those books that I've had for years. I think I've had it for like 2 years now. I brought it when I had brought the Twilight series. It kind of came in the pack, and I just completely forgot about it because I put it next to a Twilight series on my shelf, and it kind of like blends in, and then I've just completely forgot about it. I forgot that I didn't read it. And when I was reorganizing my bookshelves, I was like, I actually haven't read this. I need to like take this away from the Twilight series so I can actually read it. And I picked it up, and I did rate it 2 stars. I think if I'd reread the series, because this is like the book that comes after the 3rd book, which is, I can't remember, but yeah, so because you were supposed to read this after the 3rd book, I think maybe I would have understood it a little bit better, because I haven't read the Twilight series in like 2 years. So I think it would have been better if I had reread it, but obviously I don't want to do that, and I just kind of went into this. I don't know if it matters really, but it was a 2-star read for me. Obviously it's a novella, it was really quick, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. And before I started that, I did read 66 pages of How the Grump Saved Christmas. Now, I'm reading this for one of the prompts for winterween, and I am enjoying it so far. Not much has happened, but this is basically, I can't remember the names because obviously I've just started it, but it's basically about a male main character and a main female character, and they used to date when they was younger, but then something happens which we don't know, which obviously is why they broke up. And then when our main character was 19, he decided to leave this small town because it just wasn't for him. He had like big dreams, and he didn't feel like this small town had much to offer him, so he moves, and they haven't seen each other in 11 years. And then our female main character, her parents own a farm, and she like works there and runs it, but unfortunately they can't afford to keep it, so they kind of like need to sell it, but they really don't want to. And so yeah, I'm gonna leave it there because I don't want to ruin it too much. I don't want to go into too much detail, but I am really enjoying it so far. I wanted to read this in December, but unfortunately never got around to it, but I think it's still alright because it is winter, and this is giving off like winter vibes, and obviously one of the prompts is snowy winter setting, and this is just perfect for that. So that is what I'm currently reading and what I'm going to continue reading now, and I'll get back to you all. Okay, so it's a few days later, and I don't actually remember where I left off of this vlog. I was actually supposed to check before I filmed this clip, but I just thought I would give an update anyway. So I decided to add a timer, which I never actually mentioned, like to time it for the 24 hours obviously. And I can't remember what I read before this because it's been a while. I've been reading so many books for videos, and I'm not going to include that in obviously this video because I'm obviously already doing videos. But there is a book that I'm reading that isn't obviously part of any specific video, so I thought I'd include it. So at the moment I am at 18 hours and 26 minutes, and that's what I've got left because I decided to do the timer and not like the stopwatch. But anyway, so that's how long I've got left. So I've done like 6 hours, I'm not sure. So I'm currently reading the, how do you pronounce it, Heiress by Rachel Hawkins, and this is the book club book for Hose for Pros, and I am liking it so far. It is very interesting. I'm not too far into it. I think I'm like 60-ish pages into it, and so far so good. You know, it is grabbing my interest a bit, so I am going to continue reading. I'll give you all an update because I don't really have many opinions on it yet. I just wanted to let you know I am reading it. Okay, so I thought I would do an update. It is the next day, even though it doesn't look like it, but it's so early in the morning, and normally I don't record this early because it's early, but I thought while I am not doing anything I can quickly record this because otherwise I'll probably forget. So last night I did finish the Heiress, I still don't know how you say it, and I did rate it 2 stars. I finished the whole book in the 2 sprints that Nikki, Vanessa and Bree did because it was very fast paced. I think what ruined the experience for me was I was listening to the audiobook, and because there's like newspapers, articles, I think it's the same thing, not really, I don't know, and there's just so much that's going on, that listening to the audiobook just completely ruined it for me. It ruined my experience, and that is why I rated it such a low rating. So I think one day I might have to give it another go when I'm able to get the ebook or physical copy, and then we'll see how it goes then. For now, it is a 2-star. Like, from what I did understand, it was okay. You know, I didn't hate it. And then after that, I did listen to Billie Eilish's Memoir because I realised it was very short, and I thought, why not? I obviously didn't rate it, but I did find it really interesting to listen to. I think it would have been better if I had the proper book, because people said there was like just mainly photos, and like it's kind of like a family photo album. But from what I listened to, it was enjoyable. But I think from what others were saying in the reviews that I was reading, is that they wish that Billie Eilish had more dialogue within the memoir other than just the pictures. Obviously I wouldn't know, but that's what I've heard other people say. So those are the 2 books that I listened to, and I'm using my phone to record because I haven't got the other camera. But I have 16 hours left, I think it was, or 16 hours 27 minutes left, I'm not sure, but I don't know what I'm going to read next, but I'll decide later. Okay, so it is a while later, and I don't think I've done an update since this morning, but that is because I haven't really done that much reading. I've been reading for the past couple of hours. Like, I started 7:30 because Lucy and Em did some reading sprints that I joined, and in that sprint I read the Hawthorne legacy, and I started it and I read 90 pages, and so far I am actually really enjoying this. I think I'm enjoying it more than the first book, and I feel like I'm getting things a bit better now with this one. So I'm really enjoying that one. But then Vanessa started some reading sprints, which I'm joining now. Well, which I've joined, and I decided to read Butcher and Blackbird because I did start this in October last year, and I read a couple of pages, but I just never completed it. I was enjoying it, there was no reason for it, and so I just thought, you know what, I'm going to pick it back. But I have started from the beginning again because I couldn't remember what I read, if I'm being completely honest, and I'm glad that I have, because I literally am not that far. I've just started. I am 6% in, and it's already so fun and lighthearted, and just, it's definitely like a comedy but dark. And I read the content warnings, and oh my gosh, the content warnings are crazy, but it just makes me more intrigued to read it. So that is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to continue reading Butcher and Blackbird because I think I'm going to fly through this. Okay, so it is the next morning, and I didn't do any update last night because I didn't go to bed until like really late, even though it's currently 7:20. But I thought I'd just do an overall wrap up. I feel like this vlog is very, very messy because I'm reading so many books, and I don't know when I'm going to stop there. But I have 7 hours left on the timer. Last night I did just stick with 90 pages of the Hawthorne legacy. I didn't actually read any more, and then I read up to 54% of Butcher and Blackbird, and I'm really, really enjoying this so far. This is so enjoyable. I'm loving the banter. I love the characters, and you can kind of feel the chemistry between the characters, and like that they're meant to be. I love the fact that it's like a dark romance, but it's like a dark romance comedy. Like, it is done in a comedy way, and I'm loving it so much. And I mean, I'm glad. But then I not long ago was listening to, I started this the other day, and I didn't complete it, so lighting's gonna change. But I started Becoming Molly, which is Molly May's memoir, and I'm just listening to it because I have been wanting to pick it up since it came out. I just never did. It was like never a priority, but when I saw it on Spotify audiobooks, I was like, okay, this is the time to pick it up. So that is just that I'm listening to it every now and then. And what else do I have currently on the go? I also have the Hunger Games on the go, but that I'm not going to involve in this vlog because that's for a whole different video. Got the Nightingale on the go, but again, that's for a whole different video. And yeah, that's it. So for this video, I think I might just try and finish this and this book, and then we'll see how I get on afterwards. If I want to do any more, I'm not sure how long this vlog is, but I might try and start editing it today. So I think what I'm going to do is, before I actually start to move, read a couple of pages of Butcher and Blackbird. So I did end up finishing the Hawthorne Legacy, and I rated it 4 stars. This one was definitely better than the first book in the sense of I felt like you got more of the plot and the storyline, and you just get more mystery within it, which was very interesting to me. So like I said, this was definitely better and more enjoyable than the first one. I'm excited to get to the third one, but I'm going to be doing that in a different video because this one is so chaotic, and I don't know how long it is, but I'm going to guess very long, and I think it's just best if I end it here. But I did end up finishing the 24 hours while I was in the middle of this, I think it was, so I did end up just finishing it. But so that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you see you in my next one. Bye.